So you're home alone on your birthday?
Yeah, but it's not all that bad. I still have cake.
How are you feeling then?
A little off.
I wish I wasn't alone. I wish I wasn't alone. I wish I wasn't alone.
You're mine, and we belong together. Yes, we belong together for eternity. You're mine, your lips belong to me. Yes, they belong to only me. For eternity. You're mine, my baby, and you'll always be. I swear by everything else. We belong together. Yes, we belong together.
That's me, Abby. You're probably wondering how I got here. It all started with a chocolate bar, but this wasn't any chocolate bar. This was a Cadbury's Dairy Milk Caramel. My brother Johnny, that's him, had just purchased the chocolate bar. He was very protective over his chocolate bars. This was the same night that his best mate, Ralph, was staying over. That's Ralph. That night, we all went to bed comfortably. Until the next morning, I was awoken by my brother shouting, "Why did you eat my Cadbury's Dairy Milk Caramel chocolate bar?" And Ralph's reply, "I didn't eat your stupid Cadbury's Dairy Milk Caramel bar." I walked in to find both of them staring at each other in front of an empty, open fridge. And in that moment, I knew there was only one thing for it, something we like to call Ludos Vecimos, or translated from Latin meaning the games we made. If you're not familiar with Ludos Vecimos, then allow me to enlighten you. This is the ultimate tournament to settle any form of argument. These are the rules. 2 players, 5 rounds. Round 1, world knowledge, an ultimate quiz on capital cities. The first player to not know a capital city loses. Round 2, creativity. Each player has full range of their mother's wardrobes in which they have to create the best look. Both will be judged on marks out of 10. Round 3, strategy. A simple game of chess. No fancy rules, no cheating, just chess. Round 4, sport. Each player has 3 tries to roll a marble towards a target. Whoever gets the closest wins. Round 5, baking. Arguably the most important skill a human can have. Each player has an hour to create the cake of their choice, and whichever is best wins. Once all 5 rounds are completed and we have an overall winner, any argument between the loser and the winner is settled in the winner's favour. There are no appeals. So the game started promptly at 10 AM. I was the judge, obviously, not a role without risks, but I thought I could handle it. I could see Johnny was getting nervous because Ralph takes GCSE geography and gets consistent B+s. I started off with some simple European countries. Moved on to Asia. And finally South America. And with that, we were moving on to round 2 and Ralph was in the lead. I'm warning you, round 2 is tense. First we had Johnny with this absolute banger of a look. That jacket easily got him a 9 out of 10. Moving on to Ralph. With this look being nothing more than excellent, Ralph scored a whopping 9.5 out of 10. This overall put Ralph with 2 points on the scoreboard. So far it was looking like an easy win for Ralph. They sat down for round 3, chess, and I was getting very worried about my brother. You could see in Ralph's eyes that he was getting cocky and complacent. But just as I thought all hope was lost, it seemed Johnny found a gap out of nowhere, something Ralph had missed. He finally had a point on the overall scoreboard, putting him back into the game. Round 4, sport, commenced very quickly after that. The boys had a short warm-up and picked their marbles very, very carefully. Johnny went first with a shot that you would have thought should have been easily beaten. But somehow Ralph managed it. Then Johnny took his second shot and Ralph took his second shot, putting him into the lead. It was Johnny's final shot. It was now or never. He lined up the ball. One last deep breath. And he rolled his marble. And just like that, it was all over. Johnny was back in the game. This meant it was all left down to the final round, baking. The hour began. Johnny started making his lovely Victoria sponge, just like our mother's recipe, and Ralph his red velvet. But before even 5 minutes had passed, I noticed Johnny trying to sabotage Ralph. Ralph responded with flour to the face, and before I could say cupcake, a full-scale fight had taken place. I tried to intervene. I ran between the boys, but this backfired. Johnny noticed a purple and yellow wrapper in my pocket. The boys realised that I had eaten the Cadbury's Dairy Milk Caramel Chocolate Bar. At this moment, I did nothing more than run for my life. And here we are, with my head in the dirt, being chased by my brother and his best mate Ralph with a wooden spoon and a spatula. It wasn't pretty. War never is.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Tap your foot 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. If the bus doesn't come in 5 minutes, something bad will happen. What if it's late? It won't be late. It will be here. The bus will come in 5 minutes according to plan. Something bad will happen if it doesn't. 1, 2, 3. The bus will come in less than 5 minutes. I will be there by 1:24. Blink 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll be here. The bus will be here. It'll be fine. We'll be there by 1:24. The bus is here, right on time. I'll get on and I'll ask for a child's bus ticket, please. Can I have a child's bus ticket, please? Can I have a child's bus ticket, please? Can I have a child's bus ticket, please? Could I get a child's bus ticket, please? 4 times. Must do it again. Can I have a child's bus ticket, please? 4, 5. The bus will set off soon. 1, 2. I have to get off at the 5th stop. 4, the 5th stop. It has to be 5. Get off in 5 stops. If you don't, something bad will happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has to be 5 times. Should be at the 5th stop by 1:24. You have to get off at the 5th stop. Tap your hand on the seat in front 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 2, 4, 3, 5. 4 times. 4. Must do it again. 5. The bus will go around the corner. The first stop will be Leamington Road bus stop. People will get on, people will get off. The bus will continue down the road for 5 minutes, then it will stop again. The second stop. The stop would be Lusos Avenue bus stop. Should be approximately 12:36. 3 more stops, then my stop. Mansfield Drive, then 2 more stops. Should be approximately 12:47. 2, 3, 4, 5. I will get there by 1:24. I will get off at my stop. Everything will go according to plan. I will get there on time. 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 2 more stops. Only 2 more stops. I will get off at the 5th stop. I have to. Get off at the 5th stop. The 5th stop. The 5th stop. The 5th stop. The 5th stop.
Next stop, Wade Avenue. Next stop, Eroquay Road. Next stop, St Martin's Road. Next loading Nations. Next stop, St Martin's Road. Next stop,
It's fine. Stop. It's okay. You'll get where you need to be eventually.
Next stop, Daleway Road.
Finally, took you long enough. You okay? Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be okay. Come on in.